we've got a lot going on, and what I'm going to show you today is how to feed 3 to 5 vegans in about a half an hour to 45 minutes. Not sure if you like mushrooms or not, but these are shiitake mushrooms that I've cut up nice and fine, and these are portobello mushrooms. Just wonderful, wonderful this time of year. All organic. We've got, so what we're going to do today is we're going to make a stir fry slash saute, and we're going to give people a couple of options so that you may have a family of 3 to 5 people or friends coming over, and some of them may or may not want different things. So what we're going to do today is we're going to put together quinoa, and again we're using that chaga tea that we've told you about in the past as the base, not water. So we're going to start that up, and quinoa takes about 15 minutes. It's 2 parts water or liquid to 1 part quinoa. So we got 4 cups of water over there, 4 cups of chaga, and 2 cups of quinoa. So we're going to let that heat up and pour it in there, and it's just like rice. You keep an eye on it, and once the water's gone, it is done. We've got a pot full of steamed vegetables right here, carrots and beets. We'll put those on for about 8 minutes, and then we will put the greens in there, the broccoli and collards. And then for the saute, I've got some nice Walla Walla sweet onions, a zucchini and some garlic. I've got a little bit of olive oil in there, and today what I'm doing is I had a little left of these 4 bottles. Hoisin sauce, teriyaki, all organic and vegan, some hot sauce, and this one right here is tamari. And I've put all a little bit that was in there with a little bit of water right in here. So we're going to let this heat up a little bit. I'm going to probably put a little salt and pepper in there, and all of this goes in. If I was to throw the mushrooms in, this is just a little tip that I like to know. If I was to throw the mushrooms in there right now, these mushrooms would just absorb that oil, so then there wouldn't be a lot of oil left, and it would probably make these mushrooms too oily. So those are going to go in a little while. And you know, if you've got somebody in your family or in your life that still likes to pull out a steak knife, these portobello mushrooms will probably serve that purpose for them. And so what we're going to do at the end is I'm going to show you all this going on now, then I'm going to cut and come back, is I'm going to make a salad, and we're going to make the quinoa. And we're going to have some steamed vegetables and this saute. So when people come over or your family, they're going to have an option to put the saute over quinoa or over a nice raw salad. And they could have a side of quinoa. So there's a lot going on here. All this would take about a half an hour to 45 minutes, all organic, all vegan, all gluten-free. Okay, so it's really starting to smell great in here. The chaga tea, which will be the base for the quinoa, is almost ready to go. And these have been on for about 5 minutes. So right now, I'm going to put the mushrooms in. That is just great. I actually like to keep the portobello mushrooms up nice and big like this. And the shiitake mushrooms, to me, are a little bit stringy, so they get stuck in my teeth. So the smaller I chop those up, the better for me. And I'm cooking, so that's the way they're going in. So this is all those 3 ingredients right there on top of all that. Very little oil that I use. And that's the end of it. And what I'm going to do now is just make sure this steers around okay and get everything nice and going. And then I'm going to turn the heat way down and just put this cover on. And by doing that, with that liquid that's in there and the moisture that's coming off the vegetables and the mushrooms, it's almost going to steam them. I don't like to kill my saute, so that's just going to sit there on a very low heat for about 20 minutes, and it'll be all cooked just from the steam action and the heat in there. So the heat's way down. The chaga is ready to go. The quinoa is on. This has been steaming for about 8 minutes, so this is going to go on top right now, and those will be done in another 8 minutes. That'll be done in 15. This will be done in 20. And what I'm going to do right now is make a nice salad and top it off with any of these things. So the last thing I wanted to tell you about was this. We use cast iron. This is a nice oiled, cured type pan. I always keep it oiled. If you can, please try to stay away from Teflon, and that'll really save a lot on your health, is to stay away from that Teflon. And these pans are just great, heavy duty, last forever, and I love this pan, and I have a small one just like it. Okay, everything's just about done now. It has been 52 minutes since I started actually cutting the vegetables before I even started the video. So here we are. This is just looking just great. all ready to go. The quinoa with chaga tea. And if you haven't seen any of my previous videos, chaga mushroom is a tree mushroom that's found over in the Northeast, many different parts of the world, but it has unbelievable medicinal purposes. I find it on eBay from these people that harvest it and dry it, turn it into tea. It has anti-cancer, antioxidants, all sorts of great qualities. And then we drink a lot of it, but we use it for our liquid, like I said earlier in the video. And look at that. Instead of white quinoa, it's brown, just loaded with this chaga tea, loaded with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants and just wonderful things for the body. We do that with our rice. So it's just a great cooking tip to use something other than that. You don't even need to have the chaga. You could use an herb that you really like and make tea out of it and use that and get it into your food. So we also had made a video a while back about some raw collard wraps. And what we do is we just cut off the end. Now I've taken that spine off. You let them sit out for about a half an hour so they get nice and wilty. And then just put little slices in the back, so this turns into a nice wrap. So along with quinoa on a plate with stir fry on top, what I'm going to do is I made this quick little salad. It's got spinach and romaine lettuce, shredded carrot, beet, and daikon, and I'm going to put some of this stir fry right on the edge, right on that, and it's going to be wonderful. So that's going to be my meal. And the steamed vegetables are all ready. So you have so many options here you've got to look at this. This is just wonderful. Raw, the other vegetables are raw. Putting raw and cooked food together is another wonderful way of getting all the nutrients that you need and not having to stick with a raw or all cooked food diet. This wrap, the reason why I showed you that is I will be able to put some of this right in there, wrap it up, and use it for a wrap and a roll-up. It's wonderful. These do not get soggy. You can pack those away in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, all wrapped up with whatever you got in them, and take them on a trip with you. The quinoa is ready. The steamed vegetables are ready. So the 4 people that may be coming for dinner or live in your house have all of these options to just put some quinoa on a plate with a stir fry and some steamed vegetables, a salad, a wrap. So this is just a wonderful way of just being diversified in your home so that the kids and your husband or wife or who's ever not doing the cooking is doing the cooking, or you're alone and you have all these choices. So thank you for visiting the Healthy Vegan Lifestyle. And I just wanted to put out there that I am for hire as far as phone conferencing and phone consultations, Skyping, and I would be willing to, in the right situation, come to someone's home that's making a transition and spend some time, a week or so, and just showing you all these things that you can bring into your life. And when I left, you would have all the tools to be in a vegan, plant-based diet. So thanks again for visiting, and keep an eye on us because we're always doing a lot of great things.